guys, so we are actually hanging out in my kitchen today for a dye video. You can see Sausage being sneaky in the background. Yeah, he's really good at opening doors and closing them and being sneaky. So anyway, totally off track. So we're in my kitchen today and we're going to be doing another dye video and talking about some common misconceptions, answering some questions, and kind of debunking some things, I guess, in a way. So I think that the first thing I've noticed is, especially, and this is a particularly like big Facebook thing, is that people will ask like, what color should I dye my doll, or this dye didn't come out what I expected, what can I do to correct it? And everyone just throws out, oh, you know, color theory, go by the color wheel. I'm here to tell you that that doesn't always work, and here's why. So first of all of these dolls, for the most part, have multiple color blends in their hair. Like Cheer Ruby that you saw in the last video, she had some light red and some dark red. Poppy's hair is both orange and pink. You know, most of them have multiple colors. When I dyed River, I did his hair fuchsia. The teal came out a mauve color, or I'm sorry, a periwinkle color, and the white came out a mauve color. So even though I dyed him fuchsia over his teal, which is not really, I guess, like, some folks consider that teal, but to me, like, I always thought teal, I think I picture more of the green teal versus the blue teal. But yeah, so like I was surprised how his hair came out as well. It came out really pretty, like, I'm not mad, but it wasn't exactly what I expected. And that is a thing, like, people are finding that it doesn't always come out as they expect. So in the case of my Cheer Ruby, her hair was red. I went over it with purple. I expected it to be like, I don't know, like a dark purple maybe, or like a purplish red, but it came out brown and black. I later realized where I'd kind of gone wrong and how I could have corrected that while working on another doll, which you saw in the last video, which was that Cheer Violet that I had done fuchsia. I honestly wanted a light pink. I should have done the sync method. I don't know what I was thinking, like that was dumb, because I should have known that the boil method was going to be way darker. And the petal pink is another color that is just like very orangey warm. So sync method comes out a blushier pink, but boil method comes out like really, I don't know, it's not my favorite color. And I haven't found Ritz Rose Quartz in stores yet. I did go to a store yesterday out of town that carried it. They were sold out, so there wasn't really much I could do about that. But while I was working on that Cheer Violet, I put in a color that I had just gotten, which is the Royal Blue, and it came out with this much prettier like purple color. Now I will say I tried the mini crimp on her hair to give it texture and see if it would even work, because she was like an experiment doll. Okay, so it came out very like kind of African-American textured, I think, but the problem with it is that she's not African-American, so it looks just really kind of weird on her. So I thought I would take it out. I tried probably 30 minutes worth of straightening with a straightener, and that was at like $3.75. I've tried probably 3 or 4 boil dips. This isn't coming out. Like, the crimp is here to stay. So if you take my advice and get a mini crimper, just make sure you're gonna love it, because it won't come out with anything. So, but she did come out in much lovelier shade of purple. I think I like this way better than the fuchsia that she had originally come out. It's not the baby pink that I'd wanted with her. Maybe I'll get another Cheer Violet for that, but for now I love her enough that I'm gonna keep her. Anyway, so the experiment that I did yesterday was another one that was kind of weird as far as color wheel goes, but my biggest one was when I was doing my Cheer Poppy. Her hair is pink and orange, and when I dyed it Rit Tan, it came out where, like I said, the pink was green and the orange was lavender. And a lot of people said, well, you know, color theory, you should have done a blue wash. That didn't, actually I did an orange wash, which is weird because her hair was orange to start with. But when I did the orange wash, her hair came out the absolute, because I did it to balance the green, the absolute perfect shade of light brown. Now I have seen that as far as human hair dye goes, a lot of people have had better experiences with the browns in particular, because they come out cleaner in the human hair dye version versus like the Rit dye version. So you might want to give that a try instead. Yesterday's experiment was, so I did my own first, which was in a Maya Series 2 with black hair. And I've had quite a few people commission them since then. And in order to get that weird green sheen from the green in her hair out, I've had to dye her like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times in the black over and over to get the black to stick enough and cover everything enough. So I decided to experiment on a way to perhaps cut down on that. And so I dyed her hair the royal blue first. I'm going to add like a video of that. It came out really well. Actually, like, I liked the color it came out, but I did it to try and like even everything out so that when I did black it didn't take as many dips. It did work, which I'll show you that procedure in a minute, but okay, so it wasn't anything to do with the boil dyeing or anything like that. She had some hair loops that were loose because their hair is rooted in a loop method versus that awful glue that we saw with Monster High that ruined a lot of dolls because of the glue seepage turning their hair yellow, making it greasy and disgusting, and just like it just really ruined them over the years. But so in this case, I decided to go with the blue first, but with the rooted hair, what it did was, I guess some loops were loose, and she did with a huge bald spot in the back of her head, which really, really sucked, because this was a commission for a client from Instagram. So I ended up, like, just keeping her and going ahead and replugging in the hair that was loose. The thing about that is that I would never send out a doll though that had been damaged to anybody, so I did go and pick up a second Amaya and decided to use that to make today's video. So I did do the royal blue first, and as you'll see, it came out really, really well. Like, it's a pretty color on its own on Amaya, like, no doubt, but so I did that first, and because I did that, when I did the black, it only took 1 dip and she was good. Like, it was all black, it was even, there was no weird, like, before when you would dye black, you know, it took a while for it to take. You had to do the boil method really hot, and like I said, it took multiple dips, but even then sometimes she would have like this weird kind of greenish bluish sheen to her hair. Like, it was very like oil slick hair, if you guys know what that is. And this time there was none of that. Like, her hair just, look, it just came out black. There's no green to it. There's, well, I mean, you can see her scalp, but that's because her hair is wet. There's no blue, it's just pure black, and it only took 1 dip in the black to get this. So putting that blue base down was definitely the best idea. Like I said, I mean, I don't know if her new owner will want to paint her scalp black so you don't see that through. Because she's really actually rooted well. It's just that her hair is wet, so it looks thinner. But yeah, she came out really perfect. Like, it's really hard because I'm collecting other lines right now, but a lot of my money goes to Rainbow High dolls because they're so open to inspiring creation. They are so customizable, which is something I loved about Pulips, loved about BJDs, but even then, it was just changing a wig, which I did, like I said, re-wig that Cheer Ruby from last video. I'll include a picture of that because I told you guys I would, as well as the Amaya I kept that was blue, and I think the other one was the Cheer Violet is in that picture. I did go get some new dyes that I haven't found available local to me yesterday, so we had to drive about like an hour away. But I got Kelly green, which is a different green than any of the other greens I've had previous. They have a truly green I like too, but I didn't grab that one yet. I would have, I think, if they had had the rose quartz pink that I wanted, but they had like a buy one get one sale, so I just grabbed like the 4 I liked the most. There's a hyacinth color, which I would love to see this on a violet. I think it could be really interesting on her, or possibly on like a Bella. And then, oh, even white-haired Amaya maybe. And then I grabbed this chocolate brown, which is or cocoa brown, which is a much more reddish brown than what the other like regular brown that we have around here is. And I did think possibly of using this on a poppy to see if the reddish tones cut down on that like weird green and purple phenomenon that happened. And then I got violet, which it's weird because I will include this on here, but Google says that violet is closer to the color that violet's hair actually is, even though when I think of violet, like, this is more the color I think of, and it says this is more just like purple. So, but I would like to see a violet with this color hair as well. I also plan on dyeing, I have an indigo color that I got last week that I'd like to use on a crystal to see if it takes her hair more of an actual indigo versus just the purple that it is now. And I still want to do like a purple Stella, a lavender colored Kaya. I'd like just a couple of others. So even though like right now I'm trying to finish off several other doll lines, I just ordered the prom set, the last prom set that I needed, the 2-pack for the Hair Amazing, Hair Adorables, or Hair Adorable, Hair Amazing, whatever. And I just ordered one of the Barbie extras, so I only need 2 more of those left. I need 2 more of the new LOL OMGs, including Virtuelle and B-Girl. And yeah, so like I'm trying to pick these guys up in between. I don't know if I'll be doing a lot more dye videos. Hopefully so. If not though, let me know what else you guys would like to see. And since we're in my kitchen today, I'm going to share with you guys something really cool. Last summer I did go viral on TikTok, but like a little, not like massive, for this. Sorry for the choppy camera work, but it's actually, my ceiling is made up of hundreds and hundreds of flowers collected over 5 years from various bouquets, different states that I've traveled to, my own garden, gifts from friends where they had gotten bouquets from people or whatever. So yeah, herbs and flowers that I've grown. So that's the thing. So you guys got to see my flower ceiling today. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully everything makes sense. And if you guys do like this video, give it a like, follow me on Instagram, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of the stuff that is so natural for YouTubers to say that feels weird for me. And I'll see you guys next week.